Lean means not fat. Okay. So let's discuss this thing. Okay. Lean is very important part in any organization nowadays. Most of the time, even we do not do the Six Sigma project. In service industry, we do the lean projects. So understanding lean is very important part, and it's not a statistics oriented. So important part comes that how to, it's a common sense, lot of common sense comes. You need to understand only the some parts, and then it's all about the statistics part, sorry, or common sense part, and little bit of the knowledge of the tools and techniques. What are we calling that technique? Okay, let me share sound, optimize your video clip, share. Okay, now lean means if you just, let's go to the Google. Huh? I want you to just go to lean means lean dictionary meaning. The move or top of part of head forwards to be in position to not on a straight, a thin and in a good health. So here over here, this is what we are talking about. Not, and important parts, the not straight or upright, backward or sides. What do you mean by the lean? Lean means thin but look strong and healthy. So it's not about, very good meaning over written over here. Organization name nomenclature and the person nomenclature of the lean is coming in the same thing. A person, or now in our cases, organization. Means thin. You should not have any fat on your body, but you should, muscle should be there. Muscle are required, so muscle should be there. You should be healthy, but without fat means anything which is not required should be removed. We are calling a waste. Okay. The other thing comes into that, the lean, the important part of the lean history that we will also understand. But at overall level, we see that there are three enemies of process. What are the three enemies? I think we have already covered. 3M. Tell me the 3M's name. So lean, wherever you have a problem of cycle time reduction. Okay. Time reduction, you will be using the lean approach. Okay. One, in cycle time, there is called high variation and overall common cause variation, that we will cover it. Okay. When you are saying the productivity, you can use this. MURI means quality related issues, where you want to find a RCA, relation, correlation, variance. Okay. That will be the DMAC approach. Then the Lean Six Sigma comes. When you want to have, when you start with the lean, and when you just go and deep dive, and you that RCA is required. For example, there is a, when you are doing a high cycle time, you are finding there is a high level of rework happening, and because of that, cycle time is high. So now reducing a rework becomes your Six Sigma project. Okay, that we will cover it. Okay, how to do that. So what is the lean approach? Now let's discuss about the history of the lean. Slide is very good slide to understand everything with related to quality organization. I have already covered some of the part in the history of Six Sigma. Okay. Now let's see who is the father of lean. The father of, there are two names come to the father of leans. One first name comes the Taylor. So Taylor is in work scientific management. That is the first person who started the concept of the scientific work of scientific management. We cover in the first or second session about the history of lean. That earlier was only the workshop. And then the industrial revolution came into the late 19th century, in 1880, some 1870, 1860, somewhere. After that, James Watt made a steam engine. Then the mass manufacturing started in UK. So where there was a person tailor, and he started a work that it's called a what tailorism work scientific management means, who will be working on the line. And sorry, not like the production line, manufacturing was not there. Okay, so how many people are required to do that kind of work? How to when you need to give the leave the people, how many times, how much time in a day they can be productive, how much so time management, time and motion studies first done by the Mr. Taylor. Okay, then the person came, the Ford, Henry Ford. Everyone knows about his name. Okay, he is the founder of the Ford Motors. He has written a very good book. If you can, any times you can read if you are interested in this. What do we say? In this profession, if you want to understand, you should read this book. I just forgot the name a long back. I read it. Forget today and tomorrow. No, not this one. Was this book? I think. This is the very good book. This is the one book which you should read. So how to, create manufacturing. That was the very good book. And another, there are two, three books which is written by the Henry Ford and other person. There are two. I will just name the person over here. After that, the lean concept started. So in 19 lean, many people say this, many people say this. Now generally, actual concept of lean came from the TPS. So TPS is called a Toyota Production System. So in 1943, Taichi Ono, Toyota. So from the Toyota names came the Toyota. Okay, Toyota systems started in true sense. So till here there was no nomenclature given. So line manufacturing name system given by the Ford. Ford was the person who started the 8 hours shift. The maximum the 8 hours person can do. So 3 shifts need to be done because line manufacturing is required. Before that, there was a job shop. You understand the job shop? So if you go in any manufacturing setup earlier, what they used to happen that there was a team who is working. You give the work to them, and after that the work is done, they will move to the other location like this. So you have, there is a one room over here. So like a job shop A. Over here some work will happen, and then job shop B. Then there will some work will happen, and then job shop C. There's some work will happen. So work will go like this, and this, and then it will go to something in D. After that, it will be the dispatch. Okay. So that was the job shop system. He said no. Need to be a the office, sorry, production layout is in such a direction. We should not create a waste. And since then, the concept of this started. The Toyota production line manufacturing started, and then Mr. Toyota and Taichi took it to the next level, and they created a concept called Toyota production system. In later times, after that, it will become a lean. Okay, so there are other concepts in the lean that we will be covering, like a Jadoka, just in time, Kanban, Hyjunka. We will be covering what is this mean all about. Okay. Then Mr. J. Womack create a concept of lean and started coaching. So from that, the lean manufacturing started. From here, Henry Ford only, the quality concept of after this, Mr. A. Shawat, Walter A. Shawat. We already discussed this person who has given the concept of SPC, Statistical Quality Control or Statistical Process Control. And then from there, we have already covered the history of Mr. Jack Welch, Larry Bossody. We already covered those. Bill Smith. Yeah, right? So from Six Sigma, it comes. When Lean and Six Sigma combined both times, this comes Lean Six Sigma. And there was a very good book written by the E. Goldratt. This book also, if you are in a production and you want to understand production line and line manufacturing specifically, or you are in a service industry, Saddam, it is good for you. You should read this book. It's called Theory of Consciousness. The book name is The Goal.